It's that time of year when we all start to think about what our new resolutions are gonna be. Well, before I do that, I always like to take a look back and see if I did meet my goals for the previous year. I'm happy to say that in 2014, I actually did. This rarely happens, I think, for me. I wanted to run a full marathon, and this October, I successfully completed 26.2 miles in Chicago. So I have wanted to run a marathon for pretty much my whole life. I grew up living right near where the Boston Marathon starts, and I live right near where it finishes. But I was always so scared to sign up for a race. I thought that I would get hurt. I thought I wouldn't have the motivation to go for those long runs. And for those of you that don't know this, to run the Boston Marathon, you do need to qualify, or you can run for a charity and raise between $3,500 and $7,500. Yes, that's a lot of money. So, how did I finally reach my goal at running a full marathon? Well, if you're interested in running a marathon too, these are some tips to achieve your goal. Number one is to just suck it up and sign up for a race. I was lucky and I was able to sign up with a charity for the Chicago Marathon, Susan G. Komen, and I was guaranteed a bib, but I had to raise $1,500. Luckily, I have a personal attachment to breast cancer awareness, and so I was able to raise that money. You also have the opportunity to sign up for a smaller marathon. You don't have to do one of those giant big ones. They tend to be a lot less money. You don't have to raise anything, and they can be more local, so you don't have to rely on flying or securing hotels. The second part that helped me achieve my goal was to actually get out there and tell people that I was running the marathon. I told all of you guys, and this was just a lot of accountability. Leading up to the race, I really didn't feel well, but not running the race was never an option because I had told so many people and I had built it up that, if you tell people, then you're gonna do it. The third part was to actually train for the race. This was probably the most important part of actually fulfilling my 2014 goal. Now, by doing this, I mean following a plan to a T. You can't skip those long runs. Those are really what are important. I was so scared of training because I thought I was going to be running 10, 12 miles every day. That is not true. You have 2 or 3 runs during the week that are shorter distances and 1 long run each week. You really need to get in that long run, and it helps to do it with friends. I listen to audio podcasts and audio books. But most importantly, I had a friend who is a run coach create this plan for me. You don't have to hire a trainer or a run coach to get a good marathon plan. There are plenty of them online. Some are for free, some you have to pay. Below this video, I have a link to a blog post where you can find other marathon training plans. I used my friend Jess from racepacejess.com, and she did or racepacewellness.com, and she just did a phenomenal job. So how did the marathon actually go, you're wondering? So I followed my training plan, I raised my money. My marathon went extraordinarily well. I was surprised at how good I felt, and I owe a lot of that to Jess for creating such a fabulous training plan for me. I really felt sick the 2 days leading up to the marathon, and then flying into Chicago, I was nervous I was gonna feel even worse. I even canceled my shakeout run that I was hoping to have a meet up with all of you guys because I just wasn't having it. I almost threw up a few times just running 2 miles. So I really made sure I had a restful night's sleep before, and I got to the starting line early. So the weather was perfect, couldn't have asked for better weather. The Chicago fans were amazing, cheering along every inch of the route, and it was an interesting course because you got to run all throughout Chicago, and it was flat. It was flat and the weather was perfect. Can't ask for anything better than that. I brought along my energy gels. I liked the Cliff Bar ones. I also did some of the other organic varieties, and they were just delicious. And every single mile, I had a smile on my face. After 13 miles, I walked at every water station as part of my plan because I wanted to enjoy it. I wasn't running for time, and I finished with a time of 4 hours and 17 minutes. So 17 minutes slower than I wanted, but I did it. I did it. So I hope you guys at home are watching this video and you're thinking, if Sarah can do it, I can too. I never thought I was going to be able to run run a marathon. I really didn't. Every time I would start to train, I would wimp out and back out. I hated running in cold weather. I hated running when it was raining, but I did it. I had a plan. I stuck to it. I really want to thank the Forward Warriors in Pink for helping me with this goal of mine. I kind of nonchalantly mentioned to them, oh, maybe I'll run the Chicago Marathon and raise money for breast cancer. And they said, that is a great idea. And that's how I got roped into it. So don't be afraid to commit to it. The Forward Warriors in Pink is the charity that I've been working with for breast cancer. And they're the ones that connected me to Susan G. Komen. And you can go ahead and you can help donate to the cause. Even though I'm not still running the marathon, you can go and select some really cute gear. All the net proceeds go to one of 4 very deserving breast cancer charities. And I am hoping to continue running and maybe run another marathon in 2015 with the help of the Forward Warriors in Pink. So what is your resolution for 2015? Let me know down below. Did you run your own marathon? Congrats if you did. See you soon.